One-dimensional versus multi-dimensional. What's the difference? Stay tuned to find out. First, we need to uncover, what is a one-dimensional boxer? A one-dimensional boxer is a boxer who chooses to box in one particular way. Joe Frazier is a great example, but so is Erislandy Lara, Manny Pacquiao, and Mike Tyson. Being one-dimensional doesn't mean you're not a good boxer. It means you only have one way of boxing. 8-weight division champion Manny Pacquiao is one of the greatest boxers of all time. However, you knew exactly what to expect whenever he fought, just as you did when you watched former world champions Joe Frazier and Mike Tyson. They had brilliantly defense and timing with knockout powers to top it off, but still boxed within one dimension, active defense. Being a one-dimensional boxer gives you time to perfect that dimension against opponents who are multi-dimensional but have no perfected qualities. Here we see Mike Tyson working the mitts. He only has a handful of defensive moves that he uses. He drills them so each step is accurate for a counter-punch to the inch. Using the peekaboo style, which only has one dimension, allows him to become a master of it. From every step, to every roll, to every slip, putting it together for the knockout. So now, what does it mean to be multi-dimensional? This young Muhammad Ali you see here was a one-dimensional boxer. A great mover and boxer, but only demonstrated skill of boxing from long range, until he showed he can box close range as well as long range. A multi-dimensional boxer can box from long range to close range. They can lead in attack and counter. Ali defeating Foreman in this manner leaves no doubt. He is one of the greatest multi-dimensional boxers that have ever lived. Another multi-dimensional boxer is Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather has shown he can box from both close to long range. He can lead in attack or counter box if need be. Floyd Mayweather vs. Maidana Fight 1. Floyd earned the victory by boxing in close range. He reminded everyone that he does not need to box from long range to ensure victory, but has multi-dimensions to his game and showed his versatility. The same way I showed you Mike Tyson training to perfect his defense to the inch earlier. Mayweather demonstrates the same level of skill on the inside. Floyd Mayweather had an immediate rematch with Maidana to show, in fact, the fight wasn't close at all. This time he boxed from a different dimension, long range. Being a multi-dimensional boxer means you're a boxer that can do two things, either box close range or long range. Be southpaw or be orthodox. Here we see multi-dimensional Floyd Mayweather beating one-dimensional Marcos Maidana. But here we see one-dimensional Marcos Maidana beating multi-dimensional Victor Ortiz. Being either one or multi-dimensional is not a standalone fear or whether you can box or not. However, there is still a distinct difference.
Is being a one-dimensional fighter always a bad thing? Now, in history, you can look at so many boxers that are all-time greats that were one-dimensional boxers, because you can be a one-dimensional boxer and still achieve great things. We can look at Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson, Rocky Marciano. These are all one-dimensional fighters, but they're so great at that dimension that they still beat multi-dimensional fighters. For example, I could just be a pressure fighter going forward, but I have such a good understanding of my timing. I know when to fall in, when to fall out, by inches. In fact, when you're watching me, you wouldn't even realize I've taken a backward step, but I have, by inches. So they're pressurizing their opponents and beating them down. Now, being a multi-dimensional fighter is because you can do multiple different things. Now, you wouldn't believe this, but the majority of boxers actually are multi-dimensional, because the majority of boxers, they can move very well, defend very well, attack very well, Most boxers can do everything, but they can do nothing excellently. So if I'm a one-dimensional fighter and I can do that excellently, I'm going to beat someone who can do everything just okay. So when you get a guy like Mike Tyson who can attack viciously, his active defense is on point, he's going to smother and destroy someone who's just okay at all assets. And that's why being a one-dimensional fighter can be the best thing you've ever done.